There's a total solar eclipse today. For a few minutes, in parts of the world, the moon will move between the Earth and the sun, and daylight will disappear. Scientifically, we know exactly what is happening. The moon is passing in front of the sun. We can calculate its path, predict the timing, map the shadow down to the minute. And still, there is something extraordinary about standing beneath a sky that suddenly goes dark. Science can explain the mechanics beautifully, but humans have been looking at eclipses for thousands of years and asking a different question. What does it mean? I find that question fascinating. Today's eclipse occurs with the new moon in Leo. In astrology, Leo is associated with courage, creativity, leadership, identity, the heart, and our willingness to be fully seen. And Jupiter is in Leo too. Jupiter has been associated for thousands of years with expansion, abundance, wisdom, possibility, and growth. The Romans called him the king of the gods. The planet itself is the largest in our solar system, more than twice as massive as all the other planets combined. Even its great red spot is a storm larger than Earth. Everything about Jupiter is enormous. So here we are. An eclipse temporarily removes the light. A new moon marks a beginning. Leo asks us to step fully into who we are. And Jupiter says, think bigger. Do I believe a planet hundreds of millions of miles away is arranging my life? I don't know. And I increasingly love those three words. I don't know. There is so much we don't know. We don't know why certain people cross our paths at exactly the right moment, why a song arrives in the middle of the night, why a particular door opens that you didn't even know was there, or why there is sometimes a quiet knowing you cannot explain. Why sometimes the thing that made absolutely no sense becomes the thing that changes everything. We could call it coincidence, probability, pattern recognition, synchronicity, God, the universe, energy, magic. Maybe the name matters less than our willingness to notice. Because there is something interesting about today's symbolism. Before expansion comes darkness. For a moment, we cannot see the sun. But the sun hasn't gone anywhere. The light still exists when we cannot see it. And there are seasons of life like that. Sometimes when the evidence disappears, when we don't know what's coming, when all we have is some strange internal compass that says, keep going. Maybe strength isn't built by eliminating those periods of darkness. Maybe it's built by walking through them long enough to discover how much we can trust without proof. And perhaps that's why I like the symbolism of Jupiter moving through Leo during this eclipse. Something enormous beside a moment of darkness, expansion beside uncertainty, possibility beside the unknown. Science can tell me exactly what will happen in the sky today, and I love science for that. But it cannot tell me what I should see when I look up. That part belongs to me. And today, I think I'll leave a little room for mystery, maybe even magic.